Have you wondered what makes you feel happy when you get a compliment, win a game, or even scroll through Instagram? Well, let me introduce you to dopamine, your brain's happiness chemical, and sometimes your brain's worst enemy. Stay tuned, because today we'll break down what dopamine is, how it works, how it sometimes breaks us, and finally, how to fix it. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a fancy word for a chemical messenger in your brain. Think of it like your brain's little cheerleader. When you experience something enjoyable, like eating chocolate or getting a like on your selfie, it sends a message that says, "Hey, this feels awesome. I want more of it." In essence, dopamine is the reward system of your brain. It's like when your brain gives you a gold medal for something it thinks is worth celebrating. Here's how it works. Your brain has a bunch of dopamine pathways, kind of like highways. One of the main highways is the mesolimbic pathway. When something pleasurable happens, neurons in this pathway release dopamine into the synapses, the tiny gaps between your brain cells. Dopamine crosses over, delivering that reward signal, making you feel good. This system is crucial for survival. It motivates you to seek food, love, and other life essentials. But it's also a double-edged sword. Now, you're probably thinking, dopamine sounds amazing, so why isn't my life a non-stop party? Well, here's the catch. Dopamine isn't happiness itself. It's the anticipation of happiness. It's like getting excited before a vacation. Once you get there, the feeling fades. Take social media, for example. Every time you get a notification, your brain releases a tiny hit of dopamine. It's addictive because your brain keeps chasing the next hit. Swipe, like, repeat. And it's not just social media. Gambling, gaming, even binge eating, all of these hack into your dopamine system. Over time, your brain craves more and more to feel the same reward, which can lead to addiction. So, what happens when you overdo it? Your brain's reward system gets burnt out. It's like a car engine revving at max speed for too long. It overheats. This can throw off your brain's homeostasis, its natural balance. When this happens, normal everyday pleasures, like a walk in the park or a good conversation, don't feel as rewarding anymore. People dealing with addiction, whether to drugs, alcohol, or even their phones, experience this firsthand. They need bigger and bigger dopamine spikes to feel okay, and their brains struggle to recover. However, there are ways you can help your brain hit that sweet spot of balance again. Dopamine is powerful, but it's not invincible. With a few simple changes, you can restore your brain's equilibrium and feel more in control of your happiness. Let's break it down, one tip at a time. Dopamine fasting doesn't mean you stop all dopamine release. That would be impossible. It simply means giving your brain a break from activities that flood it with constant dopamine spikes like social media, junk food, or binge-watching Netflix. Think of your dopamine receptors like overworked employees. They need time off to recharge. During a dopamine fast, your brain starts to reset, making normal activities feel rewarding again. Start small. Try a few hours without your phone or a whole day free from screen time. Trust me, the calm is worth it. Exercise is like a natural brain reboot. When you move your body, your brain releases endorphins, serotonin, and yes, dopamine, but in a healthy, controlled way. Unlike the quick spike from junk food or scrolling, exercise creates a steady and sustained release of feel-good chemicals. Plus, it reduces stress hormones like cortisol. A win-win. Don't worry. You don't need to run a marathon. Even a 20-minute walk or a quick dance session in your living room can do wonders for your mood and brain balance. Mindfulness is like hitting the pause button on your brain's constant dopamine chase. By practicing meditation, or just being fully present in the moment, you lower the brain's urge for instant gratification. When you meditate, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the brain's decision-making center, which helps regulate your reward system. This reduces impulsive behaviors and brings your dopamine system back into balance. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and focus on something simple, like the feeling of air entering your nose. Baby steps. Dopamine loves a challenge, but the key is to focus on delayed gratification. Instead of chasing quick fixes, try activities that require effort, but give you lasting satisfaction. Learning a skill like cooking or playing an instrument creates a dopamine release that's steady and fulfilling. Similarly, deep conversations and acts of kindness light up your brain's reward system in ways that short-term highs never will. Think of it like planting a garden. The rewards take time, but when they come, they're totally worth it. Did you know that your brain repairs itself while you sleep? Sleep is critical for resetting your dopamine levels and strengthening your brain's overall function. Poor sleep disrupts your dopamine receptors, making you feel tired, irritable, and unmotivated. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. And let's not forget nutrition. Your brain thrives on omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. Add in some B vitamins and antioxidants from leafy greens, berries, and whole grains, and you've got yourself a brain-boosting menu. Remember, you are what you eat, and so is your brain. So, by giving your brain a break, moving your body, practicing mindfulness, pursuing meaningful goals, and fueling yourself with sleep and good food, you're giving dopamine the structure it needs to work for you, not against you. It's like coaching your brain into a healthy, happy balance. Dopamine is like fire. It can warm your house or burn it down depending on how you manage it. Treat your brain kindly, and it'll reward you with sustainable happiness instead of fleeting highs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun science.